Hello, I'm Kimberly and welcome to the weekend edition of the Native News Update. It's Friday, December 2nd. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at IndianCountryNews.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. A federal judge in Pennsylvania is allowing a lawsuit to go forward that was filed by two of Jim Thorpe's children and a Native American tribe over his remains. U.S. District Judge Richard Caputo denied a motion November 30th to dismiss the case by a borough of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, which reached a deal with the athlete's widow to acquire his remains in 1953. Caputo ruled that William and Richard Thorpe's claim could continue under the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, which has been applied to remains held by museums. The brothers' attorney, Stephen Ward, said the law wasn't meant to be limited to such cases. Ward said the Thorpe brothers are trying to honor their father's request to be buried in the old Sac and Fox Nation in present-day east central Oklahoma. Jim Thorpe was a member of the tribe who was also a party in the lawsuit. The Mountain Band of Chippewa has banned a contentious oil and gas recovery technique and wants to stop a federal auction that would open drilling on the North Dakota Reservation. The Bureau of Indian Affairs December 14th lease sale for 45,000 acres in Rowlett County is outside North Dakota's existing oil patch. State records show no oil has ever been produced in the county, but some tribal members believe advanced horizontal drilling techniques and hydraulic fracturing could spur development on Indian land and threaten water sources. 8 council members representing the 30,000-member tribe unanimously passed a resolution last week that would forbid hydraulic fracturing on tribal land, which incorporates much of the county. The council later amended the resolution asking that the BIA halt its planned lease auction. Hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, is a process that uses pressurized water, chemicals, and grit to break open oil and gas-bearing rock up to 2 miles underground. The technique is credited with allowing the development of the rich Bacon Shale and Three Forks formations in western North Dakota. In other states, it's been blamed for endangering water quality. A South Dakota woman who lives on the Pine Ridge Reservation has received a $10,000 fellowship to teach healthy cooking to local school children. Shannon Freed received the grant from the National Audubon Society and Toyota. Freed plans to create a food garden this coming spring and teach students how to plant, harvest, and cook local plants. Currently, she is looking for a school partner. Dakota County in Minnesota is carefully planning to build part of a 27-mile bike path in the Spring Lake Park Reserve near American Indian Burial Mounds. But before it settles on an exact route, a state archaeologist will help identify the grounds to ensure they are not disturbed. The Mississippi River Regional Trail will include a 6-mile stretch near burial mounds thought to be between 1,300 and 1,700 years old, which were discovered in the 1950s. The Minnesota Indian Affairs Council monitors nearly 1,000 burial mounds throughout the state. Its cultural director, Jim Jones Jr., said the trail should avoid the mounds and not highlight the artifacts. Parts of the trail exist already. Work on the segment near the mounds is expected to start in 2013, with the opening projected for 2015. Federal grants and local funds are paying for the estimated $4 million cost for the trail. The federal government has released $21 million to help resolve a decade-old water dispute with the Saboba Band of Lucino Indians that dried up the tribe's farm production and led some members to move away. The funds are part of a 2008 agreement among the tribe, the federal government, and local and regional water districts to ensure a secure water supply for the tribe and surrounding communities in the vast inland stretches to the southeast of Coachella Valley. Under the agreement, more than $11 million will go to the tribe for water infrastructure upgrades, and $10 million to 2 local water districts for groundwater restoration and recharge projects. The deal also guaranteed 9,000 acre-feet of water per year for the Saboba Band and requires the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California to sell water to local districts to help meet the reservation's needs. The tribe sued more than a half a century ago, alleging that the federal government didn't protect against the effects of a tunnel project to channel drinking water to Southern California or the diversion of water by non-Indian settlers. The loss of water renders what was once an agricultural tribe known for fruit and nut orchards into a region so dry that residents didn't even have enough water to take morning showers. According to Yakima Tribal Administrator Colleen Raymer, by Christmas, 10 families will be able to move into a mobile home park now under construction. Displaced by the February 12th blaze that destroyed 2 neighborhoods in White Swan, deep within the Yakima Reservation, the family's trailer homes and stick-built homes both were destroyed. A chimney touched off the blaze. Wind blew it into a log pile and eventually into the 2nd Street and Coburn Loop neighborhoods. Tribal authorities reported that 14 homes were lost. Late last summer, 4 of those homes that were insured were rebuilt. Raymer said it has taken longer to get the park ready than what the tribe hoped, but there are sanitation and water requirements that needed to be followed. New single-wide mobile homes, 21 in all, from FEMA will be placed at the park. Last year, FEMA made the surplus mobile homes available for tribes across the country to purchase. Getting them to the reservation will cost the Yakima Nation Housing Authority about $1,200 plus another $6,000 to set them up at the park. American Indian and Alaska Native governments are getting $15 million in federal grants for transit improvement efforts. U.S. transportation officials say the funds will be distributed to recipients in 25 states involving 67 separate projects. The projects are geared to maintaining existing operations during the poor economy and boosting services for seniors and disabled people. The U.S. Department of Energy has launched the Strategic Technical Assistance Response Team initiative aimed at advancing clean energy generation in Indian country and providing federally recognized Native American and Alaska Native governments with technical assistance to accelerate clean energy project deployment. This effort furthers the administration and department's commitment to provide tribes with tools and resources they need to foster tribal energy self-sufficiency and sustainability, advancing economic competitiveness and job creation. Through this initiative, Department of Energy and national laboratory experts will work directly with community-based project teams to evaluate financial and technical feasibility and provide early development technical assistance to get these projects better positioned for financing and construction. This initiative complements the Department of Energy Office of Indian Energy's efforts to make reliable and technical information and training available to tribal communities throughout the United States. Concept applications for this initiative are due by January 15th, 2012. And for more information and application requirements, you can visit energy.gov. President Barack Obama says his administration offers a turning point in the tangled relationship between Washington and Native American tribes. Obama told tribal leaders that as president, he's got your back. Obama spoke today, December 2nd, to the nation's 565 tribal leaders. He said he has honored his promise to Native Americans to make his administration more responsive to their needs. Obama used the annual Tribal Nations Conference to announce a new education initiative for American Indian and Alaska Natives. It aims to expand educational opportunities for Native Americans, including learning their native languages, cultures, and histories. And that's another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.